So I was thinking of movie series that have a perfect tonal shift between different movies or different episodes. And there's two examples I can think of. One is the unofficial trilogy of Star Trek 2, 3, and 4. And then the other is basically just the MCU and how Thor changed a little bit when Thor Ragnarok came out. So for Star Trek, like 2 and 3, they're like dark and scary and violent. You have like people's sons dying, you got buddies dying, like it is super dark. You got Kirk kicking villains in the face off into lava. And then you have Star Trek 4, which is a complete tonal shift, but it's not out of the blue, and it actually is perfect, and it's like the perfect palate cleanser and the perfect trilogy end to 2, 3, and 4, the unofficial trilogy. And it's my wife's favorite Star Trek movie. It's a lot of people's favorite Star Trek movie. I've recently watched 2 and 3 with the kids. On 2, Wrath of Khan, I covered their eyes on all the ear parts. And then on 3, I don't know if I covered the 2 youngest kids' eyes when Spock, when his face is like bulging when he's growing really fast. But I love those 2 movies, and I really wanted to show them to the kids. But really, I want to show them number 4, which is just so much fun. It's the time travel one where they go back to modern day San Francisco, and it's like a comedy. Like there's hardly any like violence or, there's a little bit of danger, but it's just a total different tone, and I love that. So the other example, Thor Ragnarok, right? Like you had Thor in the first one, he's like throwing his mug on the ground and he's like, that was delicious, give me another. And you're like, oh cool, he's like a Viking, just like a bro, just serious kind of like athlete guy out of time or whatever. And then Ragnarok turns it into like this almost Guardians of the Galaxy, like space comedy adventure, and it's like the perfect injection of awesome that Thor needed. Now, I can't vouch for the additional tonal shift of Thor 4, but going from 2 to 3 was awesome. And Ragnarok is, just like Star Trek 4 is one of my favorites, Thor Ragnarok is absolutely one of my favorites. And it's just infinitely repeatable and so much fun. So yeah, I was just thinking of movie series that have a massive tonal shift, but that do it successfully. So yeah, Star Trek 2, 3, and 4, that trilogy, and then Thor Ragnarok. What do you think of shows that have tonal changes that's super different from the one before, but do it successfully? And then what are examples of tonal changes that don't do it right? Anyway, let me know. Just kind of walking and thinking about movies like I do. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.